Wait. I can't pause. I can't pause. There's all kinds of red around the base. The ATV is nowhere to be found. Still can't pause. Oh god, today's gonna be eventful, isn't it? Nothing happening by the hole. God. It's so foggy, it doesn't really much matter anyway if I check the cameras. I think I need to get to upstairs. I know they've been pretty much asleep for the whole episode, but this is rough times we're in. What's out there? Seriously, what is out there? Tower is offline. Tower is offline, and that is highly concerning. Maybe we can see something if we rise above this fog? Okay, this is last time, but I'm starting to think I'll have to put this at the beginning of the next part. Hello everyone, and welcome back, once again, to Voices of the Void! We meet again. That thing is huge. There's no way that doesn't show up on radar. We're gonna have front row seats. We're right up here. Come on, pass right on over us. I want to see straight up into your guts. As if it matters at this distance. Oh, the distortions. There you go. This fog prevents us from seeing detail, but it looks like a mess of, like, cables or something. Or a drawer full of worms, either or. Alright, what am I doing? Document. The name of the game is Document. You're already over there by the hole. Like, you look like you're moving slowly because you're so huge, but you must be going at pretty fast speeds. Look at you, like a ship on foggy waters. You emerge, pass us by in a deafening roar. And just like that, you disappear, seeming to fade away. God, the fact that we can't hear you from here. At this point, you just look like a trio of eyes peering back at us from over the mountains. Although two sets have gone dim. The one on the left notably wider and brighter. And with only a small impression remaining, you're gone. Look at that. You almost can't see it at all now. So as of this moment right here, I am officially back from spending a wonderful week away with Elster, and it's become exceptionally clear that there is only one girl for me. Sorry, Monique. But maybe we can take your mind off of it by having you go out and get those reports. I'm sure there will be absolutely no hard feelings whatsoever, right? I mean, you don't seem like the type to hold a grudge. Just the type to seethe so I can feel your eyes piercing the back of my skull while I work at the computers. Anyway, go get those reports. Feels really strange to be back in the chair after not working for over a week. But we have kept the uploads going, and I intend to do the same here as Dr. Kell. Speaking of Dr. Kell and Monique, well, there's been a pretty major development in Voices of the Void world since I've been away. Monique herself actually posted a video, which I'm not going to play here, but which seems to hint that some of my suspicions are actually correct. It actually seems to imply that maybe we are bait. Maybe this position has always been bait. But that doesn't matter now. We've got to go to bed with that thought in our head because we are exhausted. The arrival of that craft last time, well, it really ate up a lot of time. We haven't been doing all the work we should have been. Oh, my God, Monique. On your way up here, thank you. Okay, well, we've got that done at least. I believe there's one signal already ready to go. And we've just gotta get something to eat. Thank you. We are actually basically rich at this point. I mean, we've got so many GPUs being mined. We've got you doing all that work for us. Really, it's just a matter of how much time we want to spend working on signals now. And with the security staff at our gate, we are better off than ever. The fan art that has been inspired recently, it always comes to a head once we really start organizing the base and putting a family together. And having 3 little aliens to guard us kind of makes it seem like the outside has made peace with the inside. At least in some ways. We never did actually read the description for this little plush, did we? Fur plush. Watch out. I mean, I'm watching out for how cute you are. I believe Voices of the Void merch did release recently. I don't think it's anything quite to this level yet, but a lot of you said you would buy something like this, and I am right there with you. I think it's so funny how this thing could actually be pulled out of the ground. So many things that, like, you'd never think to try. Now, that massive barge that passed over us this morning has me really worried that it heralds something a little bit less benign. We actually have no idea what it was doing here, but as we've learned, things rarely seem to happen for no reason. So I'm just kind of trying to be ready at this stage. I'm also trying to think about what we want to do in this episode, and more, it's looking like the logical place for us to head is the cave. Digging at the bottom of the lake proved to be very fruitful this time around. And after finding the pickaxe down there, I'm thinking that maybe there's more to do in the caves than there used to be. It used to be that while descending down there, you could find uranium to make radioactive capsules, which is something we're going to want to do once we've got the radiation suit. But now that we can burn coal, maybe there's more to be done as well. I mean, I could see ourselves finding coal, sure, but maybe that means a general update to what lurks down there? Who knows? That's the thing, you just never know with this game. Especially when you're looking out onto the darkening skies, which means shadowier forests. Is shadowier a word? Not sure, but I'm using it. And being in lockdown is my favorite time of day. Lockdown being a time of day in this game. God, I really can't believe that after all this time, it's pretty much confirmed that we are living in a Truman Show-esque situation, or at least just being used as bait. They're watching us closely, and, well, since there's nothing we can do about that, I guess let's just give them a show. We've certainly given them a show so far, certainly survived more than we were probably supposed to, and while they're probably not disappointed with the result, they're certainly surprised, and I can't help but take a certain satisfaction in that. Pride in our work, that's always what Dr. Kell's been about, right? I really hope we can get these signals done in time. How many do we need to send out? 3. That might be a little bit difficult. I should go take a sip of coffee. There we go. How many left? Just 2. Oh my god, it is so annoying to work with these things when they're so close together. But with the lights off, this place is getting more and more rainy day energy every day, isn't it? I must say I love it. 5? Oh my god, I had no idea how much we had generated here. Maybe we'll go in with that radiation suit. Are either of these... There's a full pizza here. Okay, thank you, past self. Oh my god. The little gifts you give to yourself when you're away for a week, huh? Although, in context, I suppose we can consider this as Kel lapsing into a mind coma for a while. Awakening, feeling sort of rested, but also kind of out of it. Alright. I guess we just keep working like normal then for now. There's not really any reason for us to leave. Have we closed... Okay, well this is closed anyway, but did we close the garage door? We did not. I'm just so worried about what that barge means. We got it last year, but... We got it last season, but... That doesn't really tell us anything. Some of you guys commented that you get really, really nervous when I just leave in silence for a while. And I think I'm gonna do that more often, because usually it heralds something scary catching me off guard. But not always. So why don't we increase the not always, huh? And besides, later on in a season, when things really get going, I tend to more and more leave behind the spooky base hangouts for the events. But it doesn't have to be that way. And besides, who am I to deny you atmosphere in a game that's all about atmosphere, right? Oh, by the way, we should have a look at this lighter, right? Will it tell us how many uses are still on it? An ordinary lighter. Ignites stuff. I guess not, but hopefully it'll last a bit longer than the one we found at TR1 did. Looks like everything is good here, so I'm gonna wake you guys up. I always feel bad for how long you spend asleep. And you can go fix some servers. There's a whole bunch down back there. And just consider it homework, right? And you are just about finished. Now, what's... The glow from that candle really makes me nervous about wisps now. Still really concerned after the garage incident the other day. Let's see what's going on out there. Everything looks good for the moment. What about at the hull? Everything looks good. Some of these lights look a bit suspiciously bright, but for the most part I'm getting freaked out by reflections on the water again. But that's so much of what jobs like this are, isn't it? I mean, getting freaked out by essentially shadows, reflections, just things that seem like more than they are. And things that seem like less than they are, possibly. But we don't talk about that. Alright, we've got to immediately get to work on something else. Oh, and don't forget you guys have to accept your pets for a job well done. Look at her seething back there. You guys actually pointed out that mannequins do not show up on radar. If that's really the case, then I am deeply concerned. I also forgot that my ATV is all the way over there after the ritual last night. So in the morning, I'm gonna have to take a hike to go get it back. So many crazy things happening right now. Being prepared is about the best we can ever hope for, but sometimes that's not going to be enough. I may have to send out this job partially complete at this point. Let's upgrade all of this just in the hope that it'll do something. Okay, there's all our points. Oh my god, you are actually going faster! But it's clearly doing something. In fact, maybe we should do more now, since we're in a rush. 600 points, wow. I'm willing to spend another 100 right now on that. So let's go, I guess, 2 more to sensitivity and 2 more to frequency. Let's even it out by putting a little bit more into frequency. And you're about to be done. Fortunately, we can't do anything for the processing, but okay, we can definitely start just farming out these signals. My god! Alright, I had loaded up a previous signal, an old one, that should process fairly quickly, but we're still going to want to keep an eye on our readings here. But we're still going to want to keep an eye on our time here. You guys had told me about this, like, time and time again, and I had, like, tested it, and I had looked at the help screen, and I thought, that's not what it says. That's just not what it says. Now, some of you had told me about this, but I didn't do it because, A, I was strapped for points for a lot of the series, and also, if we have a look at the help setting, we're looking for what do upgrades do. Detector sensitivity. Higher levels means bigger detector updates. And detector frequency, higher levels mean more frequent detector updates. What about that implies that this goes faster? Because the wording there seems to imply more about this screen here. That's larger pings and more frequent pings appearing. Anyway, this is going to be done, so provided it doesn't come out yellow, it should be fine. We've got time for the drones, so I think we're gonna clutch this thing either way. And we will have something for tomorrow, so we can put you on right away. You're done. You're ready to go. And you are ready to go, which is the important thing. Yep. You guys just keep knocking things all over the place. This is why I keep you asleep for a long time. You're bulls in a china shop. There you go. And this needs to go. Hopefully the tower is still online from when we turned it on earlier. That thing seemed to knock it out. Oh my god, do not knock that off the platform. That is the last thing I need. Hang on. I realize I'm leaving the door open, but I think I may have just heard our downstairs friend. I don't believe I turned the lights out. Yep, but we were visited once more. The question now is what happens when that last slab of meat is gone? Will whatever's down here go looking for another food source? Tell you what, you guys just kind of pass out right here. There we go. It may not be the safest thing having you right in the front entrance. I'm also getting so used to doing work in the dark. Maybe that's a behavior that should be reversed. But yeah, at this point, we are pretty much just chilling. I'll put the points we get from that job into upgrading that even further, and we are really just relaxing now. I mean, 3 signals a day will be nothing to us now. What I'm a little amused about is how it's only this late that it's upgrading us to 3 instead of 2, because in earlier runs it had done it much earlier. We did just get our good boy points inexplicably, the full amount, so there's just so much ambiguity in how these things work. Speaking of ambiguity, what am I going to do with this Kel jerky? Maybe we'll use it as bait for something. Probably won't resort to auto-cannibalism until we run out of pizza. How are we looking? Very interesting. The sounds of space are fascinating. Gotta release the papers as soon as possible. I am not entirely sure we are releasing those papers. Although, I mean, that video that Monique released has been forcing me to kind of recontextualize everything that happens and all of our interactions with our superiors. And maybe those we're interacting with don't know. I mean, Dr. Bao is another story, but I mean, Max, Enna, they clearly care about us, and they're not telling us anything. Let's increase our download speed once more. And we'll put the rest into this because it's cheaper. There we go, that should do us just fine. I mean, there will always be a bottleneck somewhere, but I think that'll do us just fine for now. It's just so expensive at this stage. Normally, all of this stuff would have been done incidentally just because I have nothing else to spend points on. But you are increasing at a nice rate. Maybe I should get the rad suit right away. How's radar looking? It's showing a lot of things right on top of us, but it's not showing any... Oh, wait. There's something out at the edge over there. In fact, it looks a whole lot like where the gap in the fence is. But then again, we can't necessarily see the edge of the radar as the edge of the property. We've got that rainy night advanced darkness going on out there. But otherwise, all seems to be quiet for the moment. We're already ready on the next one. And as soon as we get this going, we'll give that last signal a listen. Emails? Oh, is it midnight? Okay. I'm just constantly waiting for the day you're gonna reveal something crazy to me. Yankee Delta November. You only want 2 this time, which, I don't know, maybe it's randomized at a certain stage? Either way, we've got an unknown up here. I don't know if I should be worried, but I sure am. Meanwhile, we're going to use some of the points we've generated to buy that hazmat suit. Anything else we need while we're at it? Not really. We could get another GPU. I mean, there's no reason not to invest now. And I just need to get some sleep. What do you mean you can sense something? What do you mean you can sense something? Okay, we are going to have another coffee. Something tells me this is gonna be one of them long nights. A bit more pizza to keep us going. I just love how Dr. Kell seems to have this sort of spider sense. Knows when something isn't right somewhere. And knows to prepare for the long haul. We don't have an ATV. God, it's all the way over there. Something down at the edge of the park there. And moving along its edge, but seemingly skirting the radar. What do we make of that? It's heading in the direction of the hull. Maybe we can have a look on the cameras. It seems to be consistent, not a false contact. Windmill, no. A better candidate would probably be... And so it begins. And so it begins. There is something out there. Okay. Okay. We've got a drive. We'll place that here. Let's just start you processing. And get out there. Monique, you're gonna sit this one out. We've got to go find our ATV. Oh my god. Look how trashed the front of this place is, again. We've got to make our way to the cabin. I don't know how far away this works from. I was gonna say now would be a great time for the car keys, but seems like Lady Luck is on our side right now. Now let's get over there as soon as possible. Oh my god. Came in totally silently, but still, we just knew. You know what, actually, we have a camera over at the hole this time. I think last season I wished that I had one over there so I wasn't going in totally blind. We've got that foreknowledge, but perhaps we should have a look-see first anyway. Move quickly, we don't want to miss it. The hole. Yes! Oh, there's things moving! Look at that. Oh, we got a front row seat. 4 beams projected upward into the sky. Alright. This way. Monique, hope you don't mind if I lock the door behind me. If I'm not back by morning, delete my browsing history. God, this is dangerous. We've actually got things patrolling over there. We've got some Molotovs, but I'm not sure how effective they'll be against those things. Just keep moving. We've got plenty of fuel. Get to higher ground so that we can quickly descend if need be. I've already got to be thinking about how I'm going to evade if worse comes to worse. In fact, it may have already. I see a glow against that tree right there. Indicating that one of you is at the base of it. Oh god, they spotted me, they spotted me, they spotted me. Okay, get on, get on, get on! Go, go, go. Go, 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 ow. Hopefully our helmet will protect us. God. Yep, nope, they don't want us here, they don't want us here, they don't want us here. Wake up! Yep, we are getting hit like crazy. Drilling! Ow. Maybe we can hide in here? Oh god, you're... What are you? Okay, go. No, go. Get on! Get on! Whatever that thing was, it was new. It was standing on 2 legs. It had like a bird face. Okay, go, go, go. We're not spending too much time on this. Is that something new over there, or is that a power pole? Okay, it's just a power pole lit from below. We can take shelter inside TR2. Go, go, go. Oh my, the plot thickens. Let's take that so we can eat it. So what's our game plan now? Do we head back there, try to get some more pictures? I think we got all we need. We got pictures of whatever that thing they had mounted to the top was. Clearly they're interested in whatever's down there. And honestly, that whole thing, that all happened so fast. I'm recalling images, but as far as I'm concerned, I drove up there and next thing I knew, I was down here at the transformer. I think we'll be better off gathering our thoughts in the form of photos. And hopefully they don't follow us back. They don't seem to have chased me. They certainly could have if they wanted. I wasn't exactly stealthy. And I'm not seeing those beams in the sky anymore. Maybe it's just my angle. Let's try from over here. No, they're gone. Alright, let's pull in and see what we can see, right? Close this just in case. If they did leave, there wasn't any fanfare. You would think I would have been able to hear some ship coming down and picking them up. They were almost certainly dropped by the barge, right? Like, we can rest assured in that. No, they're gone. I mean, hey, that's their tradition, right? To leave as suddenly as they came. But the photo evidence does not lie. Look at that. It looks like its body is almost hollow in the middle. But this thing, it's like some sort of drill, completely covering the grate and projecting its own beam downward. Those purple things acting as markers, as beacons. All this was only here for a few minutes. Oh, look, there's like tubes along this ring in ascending order, each rising a certain amount. I don't remember if we could have seen those moving or not, or if they're stationary. But they did all this without disturbing any of what was on the ground. These photos tell us far less. I'm really glad I decided to come up and get a closer look. Some kind of long proboscis on the end of these tripods? Which we know is a gun. It definitely youched us. Now the question is, was that just meant to scare us off, or was it actually going to kill us? Nothing much new. What about exoplanet? Space whales again. Guess we just queue up another. Still not enough space. We really can't just pick you up at all? Okay, if we're going mining in the morning, then we have to wear you then. So let's take all this stuff back, make sure we don't accidentally eat ourselves. And the can is fine as long as it's here. As for you, you're gonna keep making us rich. This train stops for nothing. As soon as we get more metal in here. Just need a little bit more light and more metal. And is it gonna be time for us to get another cooler yet? No, you actually seem to be doing okay. So we can leave you to your own devices. What do you mean you can sense something? You can still sense something? I haven't saved in a hot minute. Oh god, and we are very, very sleepy. Am I gonna have to use the last of my coffee? God, the shadow cast from that tree makes it feel like something's gonna step through at any moment. Something tells me Furfur is not gonna be in the mood to help, even though I did complete their ritual. That makes us friends, right? There's something out there. Maybe this will be a job for... Okay, actually the fog is giving us some contrast to work with? Is that just the moon being weirdly reflected again, or what? Yeah, I think that's just the moon. Then what is out there? Radar tower isn't seeing anything. Then again, there is a mountain in the way. Fog descending, meaning this is going to be a pretty dark morning as well. And there's an unknown out there. Unknown out there, up there, over here. Dr. Kell is just all about these unknowns, huh? Well, that's gonna continue working. And I guess we're okay now. Alright, we need to get that sleep where we can. This is getting very ominous. It's always so terrifying when something just kind of comes and goes, and it's only ever a feeling. I mean, knowing this developer, I really do wonder if sometimes that just happens. Like, it's not an event at all besides you feeling like something is going on. Okay, we need the pickaxe. You are going to go out and get your reports. So there you go. And we are going to start prepping a cave journey. Yeah, you can just run out right there. However, for as much as time does seem to stand still when we're underground and can't see the sky, time is very much going to be moving, so I want to make sure we get an early start and that we get our job done as early as possible. And yeah, everything... Wait. Oh, that must be Monique. I was gonna say, did I get another ATV overnight that I wasn't aware of? Alright, so she's over there. Hopefully she'll be back soon. In the meantime, we'll do what we always do. Clean windows. Okay, random thought, and I might have talked about this before. Does anybody else remember the iToy? The iToy, it was basically Kinect for PS2, but it was actually already better than Kinect, kind of. And you would basically, like, mount it to your TV, and it looked at you, and you would use your own body as a controller for these little mini-games. I don't know if it was ever really, like, big or super popular, but it was, like, a pretty fun party game system. It had this one game that was, like, really addicting. It was the only one I ever really got into, where it would just present the entire screen as a wall of suds, and you would move your hands around to wipe it down. Super, super fun for a kid. Actually, I guess if you think about it, that was a little bit ahead of its time, wasn't it? I mean, these days you have all these different cleaning games just because they're sort of inherently satisfying. That game had the same idea. It was just satisfying to see the glass go from completely sudsy to completely clean. And, well, I suppose some of that philosophy may have held up into the modern day of gaming. Alright, you are finished. Let's listen to that unknown. You again. Monique, what are you up to? Booking it as always. Ooh, hey. Oh, we're picking up a satellite. That actually looks like quite an Earthborn one. I mean, we have no way of knowing how far away it is, but the signal we receive from it could be something very, very old, couldn't it? I'm actually really excited for this one. In the meantime, is there anything that needs to be done? I suppose I could check on you guys. Yeah, you're going quick, but we are above 1 for the first time. I'm not sure what the explodey point is. Maybe 100? 10 GPUs. Oh, you're back already? That was extremely quick, thank you. Yep. It's crazy how much you're floundering when you first start this game and how much you kind of get into the shorthands and workarounds and quick and easy fixes. But you are coming. Monique, you are going to... Actually, you know what? You want to come with? Maybe you can stand guard at the exit to the cave. Okay, pumpkin now in backpack. We can equip this, and wow. I feel safer, but that really occludes our visibility. Are we sure it wouldn't be better just to, you know, get irradiated and then buy the cancer meds later? I mean, they're basically the same price. Whatever, we're in it now. We've got a pumpkin in our backpack. Let's go bait Wolfgang again. You know, in the aftermath of an alien incursion, kind of feels right to be riding up on an ATV in my hazmat suit and robot secretary. If I could whistle, I would be. I don't know what I was hoping to learn from that. Alright, well, let's move on. Well, really I can't help but giggle about the fact that I'm wearing my hazmat suit and motorcycle helmet and tinfoil hat. It's been the case the entire time. Here we are. And the nest is there, so Monique, you get ready for a show. Meanwhile, we'll have our backpack here. We want to bring our backpack in so that we can store radioactive material inside of it while still being... Oh, whoa. Didn't expect you to come so quickly. All right, let's back up. Are you... Hang on, you wait right here. You're stuck. Perhaps I might make contact? Look at you. Oh, there you go. I was stuck against you for a moment, but yeah, you see the stuff I deal with in the field? You and... Actually, I was gonna say you should be grateful that you get to hang out at base all the time, but that's not even really true. I send you out more than I go out these days. Alright, I want you to stay around here and keep watch. In fact, maybe if you're facing where the nest is, maybe that'll prevent it from spawning? Here, you idle right there. I just hope, yeah, that's a good point. I hope the thing that we saw running around the landscape last night doesn't come after you. In any case, we can always use one of these pumpkins to maybe bring something out, or who knows, maybe even see what it's like in here when that thing is closed. In any case, we no longer have the opportunity to save. In we go. Enter the area. Game saves automatically when we enter. I get that it's a stuff not loading in error sound, but hearing a voice from deep within the darkness of a cave, no matter how benign, is still a tad unnerving. Alright, let's step forward. Okay. Starting to slope downward. We've got to watch our step because this helmet will only protect us from so much. Thankfully, hooks are plentiful in our inventory. Oh, that was foolish. And we've got a choice to make. God, I hate this. We need to mark our path somehow. We need to mark our path, because how else are we gonna know which way to go? This is all procedurally generated, too, so there's no way to, like, learn the lay of the land. You know what I should have done? I should have brought the notebook. I should have brought the notebook. It would be easiest to leave just plentiful pages. In the meantime, I guess we'll just leave this here to show us the way. And rely on the flashlight from here on out. I've got spare batteries, but we may have to limit this incursion. We've got our pick. There's like wind noise when you first enter, but that disappears pretty quickly. Oh, don't tell me there's already another... Oh. Let's go upward. You know what? We'll make a rule of always going left when presented with a choice. That way it's always right on the way back. Yep. The thing is, like, this game really... It doesn't feel like cave diving is made for you, you know? It's very realistic in that way. It can get really wide open and hard to navigate. It can get really narrow and claustrophobic. And it utterly does not care for your sense of direction. It's not like a Skyrim dungeon. It's actually kind of crazy what a climb this is, because, oh my god... I don't know what caused me to fall right there, but at least it happened conveniently. I was saying, it's kind of crazy what a climb this is, because we should be climbing up inside the mountain rather than below ground right now. Unless we really did go deeper than I thought. What is that up there? I think we may have found coal. Problem is, how do we actually reach it? I mean, we could get up there with the hook, but I don't think we can switch items this way. No, I don't believe we can. That's annoying. That's really annoying. There's more up there. Okay, we're finding a bunch of it now in this area. Oh. I really hate this. I think it's because we fling ourselves up too quickly and hit the wall, and it causes us to ragdoll, but still very, very irritating. This is why we carry more than one of these things. Okay, well, we can keep fighting against it and go like that. Yep. Come on, knock it down. There we go. Well, that's one way to do it. And it's all gonna tumble down. That's, you know what, that's all right. We'll get our hooks. We'll go retrieve the other one. Yep. And in the meantime, we'll just grab what we can. You know, it really doesn't help that sometimes it just goes through the rock, and so you don't always know what it's going to be grabbing onto. I'm going to turn back soon. I do have spare battery, but this is... The longer you go, the more you have potential to lose. And we have gone up a very long way to the point where we should have more than crested the top of the mountain by now. So we're basically in the underground back rooms at this stage. Oh my god, that wasn't even far. It wasn't even far, and now I have no idea where I am. Like, at this point, what do I do? Well, there's that. But I need to find that hook. There we go. Too tired. What do you... You're too tired? Coal piece. Small piece of coal. Okay, I wonder how much that actually gets us. Either way, we need to start making our way out of here. Oh, God, I hope we don't pass out while we're climbing. And there goes our battery. Well, it should be all right, though. There we are. We've just got to start making our way back downward again. I mean, with physics damage off, I could just hurl myself down the tunnel. It would save a lot of time. I don't know how I ran out of sleep this quickly. But down is easier than up. So long as we don't ragdoll. Which is far from a sure thing. Yep. Further down we go, the more we're seeing some of these, the more we're seeing some of the coal that fell before. So that's good. It also wasn't that high up, so we must be getting close, right? Really inspires confidence when you just kind of hang in front of me, having hit something that isn't there. I am definitely convinced that this is too buggy to, like, really do in normal gameplay right now. The fact that physics damage is off is helping immensely. I don't think this is right. Oh my god, we're passing out. Oh my god. What do you mean you can sense something? Oh my god. I think we just got eaten. And there we... Wait. You carried us up and out of the cave. You did. Is this thing not actually malicious? It's actually a failsafe, something that can make sure we make it out. I thought that was the end of the road for us. Okay, well, we'll have to... that's not going to help our sleep any. And we're going to have to be drowsy behind the wheel. Monique, did you see that? Yes, I'm sure you can sense something. Come on, let's go. Well, it's still daylight. And I can hear it moving around. But we don't have time for this. Okay, we'll get a little bit of floor sleep. That's okay. Monique's watching over us. We're outside of the cave. We're no longer trespassing. But that thing, it didn't just gobble us up. It actually carried us to safety. That puts it in a whole different context, doesn't it? We're going to have a lot to think about. Oh, and I was able to wake up. You're a very loyal secretary, Monique. For all the weirdness between us, I have to give you that. Willing to just sit at the entrance of a cave for hours and hours, willing to overlook the monster dragging my sorry sleepy corpse out. You're a good hire. Seems to look just as we left it. When you spend enough time down in the caves, it really starts to feel like you can't possibly be returning to the same world. I don't know, everything seems to take simultaneously no time at all, and much longer than it could possibly be. It really is difficult to gauge time when you're down there. Let's leave you outside so you can charge, not that you really need it. And let's lock up.
10 minutes after I hung up.
That's strange. The TV was playing at higher volume. It's reset. As if the save reloaded. Maybe going down into the cave counts as a loading screen. Because I was going to say, we didn't die at any point. Oh, nope, not this. I don't want any jump scares blaring from behind me. Detector, oh, you are the satellite. We need to download you all over again, though. Ooh. Our friends left us another treat. Alright, let's put that in the microwave. There you go. Make sure you're on the center so you can spin properly, otherwise what's the point? And what do we want? We want something like, I think the full 60, right? There we go. Just keep an eye on you. After that stressful experience, it's nice to come back to a treat. It's also nice that we have all this coal we can burn downstairs. Do you need more time, or are you gonna get there on your own? Oop, there you go. You keep cooking even when you're ow. Well, you are too hot. Alright. Let's do some eepy-deepy. Also, I noticed that I apparently lost a hook at some point. I don't quite remember where that happened, but honestly, I'm amazed we only lost one during all that. Especially for all the ragdolling that happened on the way down. I think it's so cool that there is actually something in place to make sure that you will get out eventually, like even if you get lost. I mean, maybe we don't want to come to rely on that. Maybe that's an everybody gets one thing. Still, the roller coaster of emotions, knowing that we don't have long, that we're increasingly lost, that every moment we take is another moment where we're going to have to lie down and rest, and not knowing what's going to come when we do. And then the worst comes to pass, we actually do hear it coming for us as we drift off to sleep. We kind of close our eyes waiting for the inevitable, and then we're safe. Just like that. This game is so full of surprises. I mean, I talked last time about how it's kind of on us to read an intention from some of the events and creatures that we encounter. This is a new read for sure. Let's have a look at what we got. That's awe. Oh, hey, look who's back. Did I lock the doors correctly? Looks like I did. Ow. Well, whatever. My own body will do all the harm that's needed. Oh, wait. Am I? Okay, I am still wearing the rad suit. We can take that off now. There we go. Now we're back to normal. You can just store that in a nice folded little pile right there. How does the base change this way? I mean, I really want to do a lot more decorating. I'm not going to worry about it right now because actually I'm recording this mere hours before you see it. I just got back home and now I'm just kind of trying to do this. If this comes out a little shorter, for reference, I'm recording this at 11 a.m. and I'm trying to get this out by 4 p.m. So, you know, not really too worried about it. This is just going to kind of be a chill return to form. But I'm really excited to listen to this signal. None? God, these things are good. How... I want to check the radar. I want to check a lot of things. Feels wrong to be away from the base for so long, but this is why we did our job early. You guys are seeing this, right? I mean, that looked like a human satellite, but those are not human markings. Certainly not our sounds. I suppose they could be, but look at that text. Maybe it's a message received through the satellite and relayed back down to us? If so, that means they know how to communicate with us, right? Alright, let's not get jump scared by the midnight email. Oh god, it's like a jack-in-the-box. Okay, we're back to needing 3 signals, but that's okay, we've got a head start. What day is it anyway? Day 40, really? God, this season is just blowing by. Let's dump more and more points into download speed. And that should be good for us, although that's still kind of slow. Hang on, let's run in SV ping. Okay, well, Kilo's town right off the bat. And Quebec. And X-ray and uniform. Okay, well, that'll explain it. Alright, well, I guess it's time to send the kids out. It's the middle of the night, but everything looks okay. That looks to be off in the direction of the caves, so I guess that's active. There's something over on the far side, though. Something I don't think we'll be able to see on the cameras. Alright, you guys, up and at 'em. Go, how's your charge? 80 and 80. Should be enough. Let's go. They are so doomed. What does one do with the gift of freedom is one of the classic philosophical questions, but really in the moment I'm just bored. We need to figure out what's going on out here, but I mean, with only... Oh, impression... Oh, no, no, no. Why did I do this? Why did I send them out? Is there any way to recall them? Hang on, we need to check the top of here. There is something out there. A new type of wisp, maybe? Hang on, let's get our camera ready and, of course, be ready to skedaddle. That's right behind the base. And I do not have... I lost my glow stick. I lost my glow stick, and I do not have any additional batteries. Well, it's coming for me. Can't help but be reminded of the green fire. Don't go for Monique. Right this way. Oh, you're quick. Maybe a bit quicker than the others? I'm not sure. But if I can keep you distracted, that's good, right? Actually, some of you had told me that different ones do different things. Maybe, for the sake of something, I should let it occur? I've been teleported! Well, I suppose that's not the worst thing that could have happened. I still have my camera, too. Haven't even been teleported all that far. Ow. Well, anyway, maybe it's worth experimenting to see what their effects are? There you are, Bluefus. You know, maybe those guys aren't so bad after all. I mean, you guys have told me that the yellow ones absolutely are so bad after all, but they come in all colors. We saw the pink ones, now the green ones. There's clearly still science to be done. Meanwhile, though, we should just see about getting inside and probably unstucking Pink Fist from wherever she is. Let's go. You know, I'm kind of impressed that you seemingly finished before Monique. Also, what are you stuck on? Come on, I have no idea how you ever find your way back to me. Alright, where's your friend? Oh, she's still rolling. She's getting it done. And Monique is, I guess, over by the beach. You are in need of some intervention. There you go. Come on. Looks like you're doing well right now. Monique should be back pretty soon. Let's try burning this thing. As soon as I find what I did with that fuel can. There we go. We're starting from 0, so that's nice. Thank you. Everybody's doing their jobs. This place is a well-oiled machine right now, and if this really is to be some trap to attract the attention of the aliens that they already knew about, well, first of all, it explains how nonchalant they are about my findings. But it also means I'm giving them one heck of a show, doesn't it? Let's open that throughput. You're not closed, and we don't want to turn you on while open. Activate. This should be able to fill you up and then some. There we go. Oh, that glow is heavenly. And we're certainly getting a decent amount for our trouble. But not a whole lot, and that includes the large chunks that were already in there. That is surprising, so it may not actually be all that worth it for the amount of time you have to invest. Oh, but there we go, there's the bigger pieces burning up, I guess. I mean, it is still the only way to get reactor cores, or rods, or whatever we call them. But even still, it's not entirely worth it for fuel. I guess it does make it infinitely renewable without money. And where have you been, young lady? You know you were supposed to be back here hours ago. Come on, you. Get inside. It's way past your bedtime. Mother and I have been worried sick about you. I don't know how this keeps happening to me. Every series I do, I end up in this role. Maybe it's just instinct. Oh, but you're done processing. Go to bed. This is way too scary for you. God, it's way too scary for me. It's 5 a.m. and we've already nearly completed our job for the day. This new information, while annoying, does certainly set us on a much easier path, especially for subsequent playthroughs. I think I just never noticed before that it was upgrading because I would just put points into this stuff incidentally because I had nowhere else to put it. But live and learn. We get more efficient with each run. Maybe we could even say that this whole thing is a simulation meant to create the model employee, huh? How are our eyes in the sky looking? Quite foggy, but that should make anomalies stand out even more. picking up something on radar, which is probably our friend from the cave, who we can consider a friend now. That's a major development. Like, I think it's so cool how the breadth of this game is so wide that things you've always been familiar with can be completely not what you make of them. I mean, you can exist parallel to these things for so long, and it's only when you decide to be bold, or just through happenstance, that you learn their true nature, or at least get a further hint. It certainly leaves us with a lot to think about, not only with the massive discoveries we made in this part, but also, in the meta sense, with the information that's been uploaded to Monique's YouTube channel. I mean, it's something we had suspected, but it completely changes how we view all of our interactions with our higher-ups, and the nature of the job itself. If we're going to start looking for answers, I imagine we'll find them at the bottom of that hole that they were so eager to open. But that'll have to wait until next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.